Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Smiley, and today I am very excited to be taking a look at this guy right here. This is the LG G Watch. Nope, it's not the LG G Watch, it's the LG Watch Sport in this very sexy dark blue color that I think looks amazing. Little bit of a mix between black and blue in there. It looks really nice on the watch. And all in all, this thing looks fantastic. Opening this thing up feels like an Apple Watch unboxing. I mean, the LG really went all out trying to combat Apple. That's what I feel like this entire new line of Google products is about, because as some of you probably already know, the LG Watch Sport and the LG Watch Style, which is the cheaper version of this watch, were both made in partnership with Google, and it really feels like they're attacking the Apple Watch here. I mean, this thing feels premium just like the Apple Watch. It's priced around that same price point as the Apple Watch. They really are targeting that higher end market, trying to break in and grab some of Apple's customers. I want to spend 1 second talking about the charging cradle for this thing, because I love it. I love that there's a dock that comes in the box and you can set your watch on it, keeps it off the table, keeps it in view. It looks really nice. It's even a fantastic display stand. I mean, just to show off the watch, you know? It really looks great. I really like the charging method. Way better than my Huawei watch, which is what I had up until I got this one. I absolutely hated the Huawei watch's charging method with the little pins on the back that I had to line up every night when I was putting it back on the charger. It was horrible. I mean, sometimes I would sit there fiddling with it for 2 or 3 minutes trying to get the pins lined up with the pins on the back just so I could get the fucking thing charging. It was terrible. I hated it. And I'm really happy that LG and Google decided to go with a magnetic inductive or wireless charging. Whatever they're using here, it's either magnetic inductive charging or wireless charging of some sort. It just works a lot better. There's no fiddling. It's really idiot proof. This new charger. That's something that needs to be praised, unfortunately, because not a lot of smartwatch makers know how to get the charger right. I mean, I still see some people have ports on the fucking watch to charge the thing, and that's just fucking bullshit. Moving on. I absolutely love Android Wear 2.0. I think it is a badass operating system. It's super smooth, super fluid, and super bubbly. It's got those bubbly popping animations that Android 7.0 has, so it's a very unified experience from phone to watch and back and forth. It really is great. Water resistance is fantastic. I've been taking this thing into the shower with me. It works great, so that's good. The watch as a whole is beautiful. I like the band. I like the big watch. It's surprisingly not that heavy for how big it is, which is really impressive. And there's even an extra 200 megabytes of RAM in there above every other watch that is on the market. Most watches have about 512 megabytes of RAM. I think this one has somewhere in the 700 plus megabyte range, and you will notice that difference. That difference is amazing. I mean, this thing is so smooth, even compared to my Huawei watch, which is still pretty new. I can't even compare the experience back and forth because it's just totally different. Like, this feels like I'm on a flagship device that just works when I pick it up and put it on, and the Huawei watch was 50-50. One huge gripe I do have with the watch is the battery life is really terrible. I have not put a SIM card into this thing yet, so it is constantly looking for a cellular connection to grab onto, and it does have Wi-Fi capability, so it's constantly looking for Wi-Fi too. But I have to charge this thing halfway through the day to get to the night, and then even sometimes at night I gotta put it back on the charger just to make it to bed. It's a very disappointing. Battery saver mode doesn't really help all that much, because the one big feature of Android Wear that I love the most is the always on display, because it just makes it so easy to glance down at your watch and just know what the time is. So this battery life issue is very disappointing to me, and I do hope that they can get this fixed up with a software update maybe. I'm not really sure, but I do hope it gets better with time. The Apple Watch did. The Apple Watch got much better with the time that I owned it. So yeah, maybe LG and Google are gonna go down that same route. I really hope. I have faith in them to fix this thing up through software. But that's the only thing that I really have an issue with, is the battery life. Everything else on this watch is really great. It's fantastic to use. The Google Assistant on it for controlling my lights is fantastic. I mean, watch this. Make the office blue. Hey! How cool is that? Make the office purple. So yeah, this thing is really, really cool. It's super fun, super easy to use. The only problem that I have with it's the battery life, and I'm sure that that's going to get fixed through software. But this is just a first impressions video. I've only had this watch for about a week, so don't take this as a full review. This is just my first impressions from using it for the first week I've had it. I do really like it so far. I think the price is just fine for what you get with it. It's about $350. I think it's about $250 for the smaller style version of this watch, which does not have the heart rate sensor, NFC for Android Pay, or SIM card support for LTE. So if those features aren't important to you, then I highly recommend picking up the cheaper version of the watch, even though it does also have a slightly dimmed down display that I think doesn't look as good as the one on the Sport. If you're a stickler for how things are supposed to look on your watch, on your screens in general, I would recommend getting the Sport. It has a much better display, and yeah, that should wrap up this first impressions video pretty well. Guys, I am so sorry it's taken me so long to put out videos. My classes have started and things are super, super crazy with those. I'm gonna try and get back on top of making videos so I can see you guys once a week again, because I'd miss you guys. I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a like on this video if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite smartwatch is. Meet me down in the comments below. Till the next time, guys, keep it kosher. Peace.